teams here are in good hands. So we're expecting a well thought out game plan on both sides. And we're going to see it played out over the next now 78 minutes.
Quebec with the throw in here, but I think two balls were on the pitch, and we have to retake that throw in. Both teams will want to start out strong and get that lead early on. Ontario coming out of the semifinal against Nova Scotia with a 4-0 win. And Quebec beating Alberta 1-0 to book their spot in this gold medal game.
Alberta with 2 heartbreaks in 2 days.
It has been a tough couple days for Alberta for sure, but they have put out very strong fights against these top teams in the tournament. Sadly, finishing 4th on their end. Nova Scotia winning earlier on today with a 1-0 win from Olivia Jack, the captain, with a nice shot just outside the box, and that's all Nova Scotia needed to secure that bronze medal. And that's what we've noticed in these last couple games. 1 goal is all you need, Frank, and as long as you have one more than the other team,
Exactly.
you're going to be fine. Ontario looking to regather possession here. Trying to start a little bit of a build-up play. Nice turn. Jada Collins keeps it in. Collin with the long throw. Trying to find that number 9, Kayla Briggs. Kayla Briggs is one of Team Ontario's best attacking threats. She has scored in almost every single game Ontario has played in these games. So Quebec will definitely want to try and shut her out. Ontario so far taking hold of this game fairly well. Having most of possession now. Quebec going down that right wing, trying to find options in the middle of the box. Ontario makes sure that nothing comes out of that attack, and it's cleared out. Quebec still in possession, but a whistle has been called. Captain Robert taking the free kick. KK with a nice distribution ball out to the side, and Quebec still has it. Tries to keep it in, but Fenwick able to pick that up fairly easily and plays it out to the left wing. Nothing comes out of that for Ontario, and LaBelle boots it up, and Quebec regain possession. They're trying to build. But Ontario, most of these teams, Frank, I've noticed, have been doing high pressing. And that's worked out in majority of these teams' favors with the high press.
Even in these hot temperatures all week, they were still pulling that off.
Very impressive.
Gutsy move.
Is around 27 degrees today here in Welland at the Young Sportsplex. It's gotten hotter as the day has gone on, but we still have some soccer to play, and we're in for a very good match as Ontario draws a foul there on Quebec. They're looking to take it quickly, but Quebec making sure that They are forced to take their time. Ontario now trying to build up possession slowly, not force anything. Looking for a switch. Very, very close. Jada Collin now going down the wing. We're going to see a lot of Collin going down that right wing as that wing back. All teams so far have been utilizing that wing back position. Okeke doing an amazing job at forcing that and shielding the ball, and is now out for a goal kick in favor of Quebec. Ontario now causing problems, forcing mistakes, and that's exactly what Ontario likes to do with that high press of theirs. Jada Collin now at the top of the box. Misses that pass, but nice switch from Ontario, and unfortunately can't.
Oh, great play by the volunteer by the fence there.
I'm surprised he stayed on that chair.
You can't coach that.
It's all natural, Frank.
Yeah.
Maybe some scouts for international games for ball boys are watching. You never know. Looks to be a free kick in favor of Quebec. They'll take it quickly. They'll be looking to switch the pitch. A little bit of a shaky move there in defense, but they hold on to it. Now a great long ball up to their number 17. And Ontario just can't get out of it.
Both teams showing great shape early on. They're moving the ball nice. We're not seeing as many turnovers in this game so far as we've seen in a few other games. You can expect Ontario to be very disciplined in their play.
Ontario almost forcing a risky turnover at the top of the box, but LaBelle is able to hold on to it, and she's going to play it short out to her defense. Plays a risky ball in the middle, but it seems to have paid off. They're going to go down that right wing that they seem to have favored so much against Alberta. Nice moves, and it's out to Okeke. We're seeing a lot of switching in this game of the field, Frank, compared to all the other games that we've watched. It's not as congested, at least so far, and that's exactly what you want to see. You want to see the pitch opened up. It's wide for a reason, and you want to utilize as much space as possible. And both teams so far have been doing well.
One of the principles of play of the team attack is your shape, your width, and your depth. So you need to do it. And like I was starting to say before, Coach Rosenfeld is a stickler for details. I know him personally, and you can bet this Ontario team is going to stick to that plan and stick to everything they've been working on in training.
Ontario's kind of struggling to get out of their own end here. They seem to have cleared it for now. Quebec playing it a little bit in a panic fashion, but they still are getting past just enough, and Quebec wins a throw-in off that sequence. Okay, chooses to play it back to LeBlanc instead of going forward. Ontario now with the ball, trying to build up play, trying to counterattack, but Okeke standing strong and doing very well in that left back position, making life difficult right now for Ontario. And here comes Briggs. No attacking options forward, so she's forced to play it back. And Ontario's defense will look to regroup and build up play from their defensive third. Rare turnover from Ontario there, and now Quebec might have a chance. Nice over-the-top ball from Quebec's number 7, Maroli, who was the goal scorer last time out against Alberta, but Fenwick able to read it and pick it up. Now Ontario looking to become dangerous.
To our viewing audience, we know that the weather forecast in Welland has been the talk from coast to coast. But Ryan and I have an ironclad agreement between us that we are not going to discuss the weather during the broadcast because we've jinxed several things over the last 2 games, and we're not going to risk that today.
Commentator's curse is real. Whether you choose to believe it or not, it is real, and we definitely don't want anything happening.
And there's no vaccine for it.
Quebec with the throw-in. Briggs brings it down really well and fights her way back to the ball. But still no attacking options moving forward. Quebec is doing a fantastic job at staying composed and not letting Ontario through once they get past that halfway line. Ontario looking for a switch now.
And the quality of Ontario is when they can't get through, they're still able to hold possession. They just circle back. They've gone back to their defenders 3-4 times already from the top.
Here comes Ontario now down the wing. They're going to try and switch it into the middle. It's going to be a goal kick for Quebec. LaBelle taking that quickly, just like we've seen all tournament. Goalkeepers opting to go for that short goal kick. There's still lots of time in this first half, Frank, but the earlier you score, the better in these types of games.
Well, it's like we said yesterday, nothing opens a game up like a goal.
Exactly, and Quebec will be looking to try and add to their tally here. Right square to the top of the box, and it's off the crossbar. Great attempt there by Quebec to try and put themselves up front, but unfortunately, nothing can be made out of that.
They've served notice to Ontario. They came here to win.
Ontario looking to redeem the men's team who lost to Quebec in the men's final. And Quebec looking to go for that soccer sweep, taking home gold in both male and female events, but we still have lots of soccer here to play. Unfortunate touch there. And Quebec's left back is forced to play it out. Colin now. Briggs with that high press, and it's working out for top of the box. And Ontario is up 1-0. Number 11, Nea Rose, hits the gritty, does a little dance, and Ontario is up 1-0 in the gold medal match. What a fantastic fight from Caleb Briggs to win that ball back on the side of the box and draws it right to Nia Rose at the top of the box, and a fantastic first-time finish. And we are not even 20 minutes in. It's the 17th minute, and Nia Rose has put Ontario in front.
For teams to lose a ball in their own third is devastating. It's hard to get reorganized, and Ontario took full advantage of that. They won the ball. One pass later, the ball's in the net.
And that's the dangerous thing about this team, Ontario, is they can switch just like that, the snap of a finger. And now Quebec trying to do the exact same on the other end of the pitch, but unfortunately can't. Quebec still in possession, though. Quebec not used to going down this early on in the game. So they will be looking to bounce back as soon as possible. They know that holding on to a lead is difficult. Alberta gave them a hard time last night, and they were able to bring it to the final 80th minute and win 1-0. Quebec still looking for options. That'll be I believe we are going to be hitting a cooling break. We're about almost halfway through the half, and it is standard that break to done.
18.5 right now that we see.
There was an injury out on the field, so I believe they called it a little bit early just to give Carabin a little bit of time to regroup. Maybe a little bit of early cramping, which is never good. Carabin doing a great job so far in holding that back line, making sure nothing gets past her to Fenwick. She's a very important role in Team Ontario's defense.
Yesterday we discussed a threshold that would bring a drink break into play, but we can't do that now because that would violate our no weather discussion agreement. So the fans will just have to trust us that it is drink break time.
Caleb Briggs getting some instruction from the coaches.
I've been impressed with both teams so far, Ryan. I think Quebec is, even though they're down 1-0, I think they're playing way better than they did yesterday. They are holding onto the ball better. They are finding their teammates. They're moving the ball up the field nicely, and Ontario's doing the same.
So it looks like we are good to resume the first half of play here in the gold medal match. Ontario 1-0 up over Quebec, and there might be a substitution coming.
We'll see if Carabin just goes off for a second as per the rules, but I'm not sure that would be the case because she would just go off perpendicular to where she was hurt and just stay there for a minute. Oh, it looks like she is coming back in.
A little bit of stretching needs to be done for her, but she looks like she will be continuing. Now Ontario looking to draw a foul, but no whistle has been called.
A great play by LaBelle.
Which is shocking. Number 7, Amanda Allen, not happy with that call. Or should I say no call?
Yeah, exactly.
I even thought that was going to be a foul on the play, but the referee allowing the game to flow. isn't always a good thing. Sometimes those fouls need to be called, but LaBelle, a little bit lucky there that nothing was called, because if a free kick was given right outside top of the box, Team Ontario is the last team you want to be giving those chances to. And here's Briggs. Unable to win the ball, and here's Carabin now. Carabin tall enough to throw Quebec off their game and have the ball just rolled back to Fenwick.
She looks like she's still hobbling a bit. We'll have to keep an eye on her.
That was a very, very close call. Fenwick has a lot of confidence with her hands and her feet, showing off her confidence with her feet there. Now Ontario's on a quick break.
I think there was a collective gasp with the fans on that play.
Now Briggs giving the ball right outside top of the box. And no offside calls given. She's going right into the 6.
Oh.
And it's 2-0 Ontario. Amanda Allen gets her revenge for the no call at the top of the box. And now, Team Ontario is up 2-0. And things might start to get ugly for Quebec if they don't smarten up in the back. I think they thought that that was an offside call, and the ref was going to call it, but no whistle was blown, and all of a sudden it's in the back of their net. Frank, you always have to play the whistle. You can't always assume that the ref sees what you see.
Exactly, and that's the second play in a row. We just called that close call in the Ontario net. But that play started when that ball was played back to the Quebec keeper, when there really wasn't that much time to be doing that.
Now Ontario, with all the confidence in the world, counterattacking. And Allen looking to dance around two Quebec players.
Maybe they will avenge the boys from last week.
As of right now, Frank, it looks like they are. Team Ontario with a lot of confidence. And Amanda Allen getting a little talking to from the ref, saying to calm down a little bit. We're only 24 minutes into the game. There's still lots of soccer to be played. Be smart about it.
Maybe Amanda was just telling her that she's going to score again.
Only time will tell. Now Quebec on the counter, but to no avail. Briggs doing a fantastic job coming back and winning that ball for Team Ontario. Workhorse so far. Now here's Colin.
Ontario and Quebec are both very familiar with each other. Even when we're organizing the tournament early on, both provinces requested that they not practice at the same time to be able to see each other. But they're always having Quebec-Ontario exhibition series with all the different age groups, between OPDL winners, between League One winners. There's a rivalry here, and it's very healthy. Offside call, but still Ontario is telling them that they are not done. They don't plan to sit on 2-0.
Ontario is the last team you would expect to sit on a 2-0 lead. And here they come again at the side of the box. Whistle blown there. Clear offside, and Quebec got the call they were looking for there.
Quebec does not look like they're panicking yet, which is a good sign. We're still in for a lot of good soccer here.
LaBelle looking to boot this up, just get it out of her own end. Quebec struggling a little bit to try and get it out of their defensive third. Ontario with that high press we were talking about earlier, and it's working well so far. Ontario now down the left wing. Brings it into the middle. It's a nice through ball. Quebec trying to call for offside, but that was clearly on. Quebec maybe getting a little desperate, looking for any call that they can here. And here comes the first goal scorer, Rose, to take the corner kick. Looking to cause problems. With her is number 15, Renee Watson. Beautiful. And it just can't get on a head. But that was an absolutely beautiful ball right into the middle of the box. I believe there was a foul called on Ontario. Okeke with a nice move past Colin. And unfortunately just can't get the right placement on the pass, and Fenwick picks it up and will look to restart the counterattack for Ontario. Fenwick now trying to find Colin. Colin brings it down well. Tries to turn, but can't get past. But lucky enough to get a free kick called for Ontario. Now Carabin looking to boot this one up. Good work from Briggs. And a nice tackle from Quebec's number 17.
Julie Castleman's got to be wondering now, with 10 minutes left in the first half, what changes she might have to make at halftime to turn the tide here. Quebec has the wind right now, so they are going to the second half against the wind, down 2 goals. So it should be interesting to see what she comes out with.
Nice long throw from Colin. Gets it up the field for Ontario, and for another throw in that Colin will come up and take. Carabin now trying to control it in the back. Nice through ball.
Will that stay in? It does.
Briggs looking to force something now. She's dribbling into the box, taking on 2 Quebec defenders. It rolls right to the penalty spot, and no red shirt can get to it. And it rolls out for a throw, and that was a very good attacking chance from Ontario. And like you said, Frank, Ontario is not done. They will not sit on a 2-0 lead.
Nope.
That is the last thing Team Ontario will do.
Again, these two teams know each other. It's an interesting age group, though, Ryan, because they've been affected for 2 years by COVID. So typically, you're in the provincial program, and every year you're having these games with Quebec. But there was a little 2-year hiatus where nothing was happening.
Shot from outside the box from Ontario, and LaBelle is able to pick it up fairly easily. Trying to restart something for Quebec. It's a big boot up the field from Audrey Robert, the captain for Quebec, and Ontario looking to start something. Kayla Briggs now.
Great ball.
Kayla Briggs, can she finish it? No, she can't. Okeke with an amazing last-ditch effort and an amazing tackle, making sure that Kayla Briggs does not add to her tournament goal-scoring tally. Briggs maybe holding on to it just for a little too long. And Ontario looking to restart from the corner kick. Rose looking for that short option, but there seems to be a little bit of a talking to by the ref in front of the goalie, and that's always a something that you need to watch out for as a referee. I play striker myself, and I know that you always want to try and get into the keeper's head, and maybe a little push here and there, but the ref needs to watch out for that, and most likely what has happened, and we should be good to go. Ontario now swings it in, looking for a head.
The ref should be careful not to extinguish that completely, though, because it is a gold medal soccer game. It is a physical sport, and it is a corner kick. Like, there are things that happen on corner kicks to get positioning, to get the ball in. You have to be careful you're not starting to control the play a little bit.
Colin now regaining possession. Back to Carabin. Carabin switches it. And Renee Watson unable to find the ball on the switch. Around 7 minutes to go, plus any stoppage time in the first half. And an unlucky bounce there. Quebec get off a little lucky. Okeke accidentally steps on the ball, but wins it back, and a little bit of a bad sequence of events there for Okeke. Accidentally steps on the ball, and then a really bad tackle on Colin, and that gives Ontario the possession again. And you got to watch out, because Carabin can really kick this into the box, and Ontario might get a scoring chance from here.
A lot of Quebec's miscues are definitely results of Ontario's pressure. No doubt about it. Ontario just seems like they're everywhere right now. Almost like they're playing 14v11.
That high press is working out in Ontario's favor. With a 2-0 lead going into halftime, they'll be looking to add on to it. But now Quebec has a free kick and a substitution. Number 17, Jet Argulé has been called off. And number 16, Victoria Dupont is coming on. That is no shocker that Dupont is coming onto the field, one of Quebec's best players in the tournament so far.
We were impressed yesterday with how she loves to get in front of the ball when Quebec wins it in transition. So we'll see if she's able to cause some trouble for Ontario's two center backs.
Dupont, now you must believe, should be the main target here on this free kick.
Well, Coach Castleman's not happy with something there.
Little bit of a miscommunication from the Quebec free kick takers. And Ontario now able to clear it. You know what, Frank? Maybe that was a tactic. Maybe that was meant to happen. You never know with these free kick tactics now. They get creative. Ontario unable to clear it past half, and Quebec looking for any lucky bounce that happens to fall in their favor. And Carabin is muscled off the ball, and that is an easy foul called. And a little bit of a talking to. Carabin, who's already injured. And Dupont muscling Carabin off. Not even 2 minutes on the field. Carabin slowly getting up. Probably rekindling that earlier injury that she had to go off the field for just temporarily.
We did say she was still hobbling when she came back on.
And her Team Ontario teammates making sure that she's okay.
You can't waste the substitution here, because the rules say that you're allowed 5 substitutions during play and 2 at halftime. And whoever comes off can't go back on. So,
and Carabin is not a player that they want to miss out on.
Exactly. So they'll play this through and see how she's feeling. There is no tomorrow here, right? There's nothing for her to rest for.
Exactly. This is the only game that matters right now. Is the last game of the Canada Summer Games women's soccer event. And Team Ontario is looking to close it. Some nice possession play from Team Ontario.
Ontario's work out of the back has been textbook.
They are putting on a clinic all around the field. Especially in that attacking third with those two really nice finishes. And now Quebec able to gain possession, and as soon as they gain possession, they lose it. And Watson able to take control again. Carabin looking out, seeing who she's got. Nice ball through the middle. But Quebec's defense steps up, make sure that nothing gets by. Now here comes Dupont down that left wing. She's going to try and swing it in, but Dupont is unable to because Jada Collin made an amazing last-ditch effort to come and make sure nothing gets past her.
DuPont was not going to win that race. I was expecting her to cut the ball back maybe and see if you could find something there.
I was also expecting her to, cut it back and maybe try and go for goal, but instead she went for a cross, which ended up in a corner kick, which might not end out too badly. Quebec with a throw in now. Quebec trying to feel out Team Ontario's defense. And now Team Ontario might have a chance to counter. Briggs there putting in the work all across the pitch. She is definitely a player that Quebec wants to watch out for. Now here comes Dupont, swings it in.
Oh.
Top of the box volley and just falls into Fenwick's hands. Unable to convert, and that is a chance that Quebec will definitely be kicking themselves over.
Oh, she's going to want that back.
Maybe could have taken a touch, and nice play from Carabin to escape, and now it's out to Collin. Collin trying to dance around, but nice move from Quebec's number 7, Maroli.
Carabin is a very offensive-minded center back.
Which is why they don't want to sub her off.
Exactly.
She's a very key asset to that back line.
A good center back is looking to break the other team's attack and start their own team's attack, and that's what she's doing. She's not afraid to take somebody on and push a ball forward instead of just dispersing it to the wide defenders all the time, which is what you want.
You want that confidence in all the players on the pitch, and Carabin definitely has that. And so does Fenwick. Fenwick earlier dancing around the Quebec strikers, which actually led to Ontario's second goal. I believe a foul throw-in was called. Maybe a little bit of a lifted foot there, and the linesman was able to catch that. Here's Watson now. Trying to go for a long throw-in. Can't quite find anything.
So what do you think Castleman will come back with second half? She definitely needs a spark somewhere.
She needs more organization in the back. There seems to be a lot of gaps in the back for Quebec that Team Ontario is looking to exploit, and they've been exploiting them every single time. And I think that goalkeeping change might have thrown off the defense a little bit. La Fortune has done a solid job for them in the tournament so far, getting them to this gold medal game. So it might be a goalkeeping change at half, but I'm sure that Castleman has faith in LaBelle and faith in her team.
I think if I was Ontario, I would just keep going status quo. They're playing with confidence. They look like they're having fun. Things are working for them. You don't always have to make a change. Like, I think Quebec does. I don't think Ontario does.
Exactly, and we have reached halftime now here at the gold medal match between Ontario and Quebec in the women's soccer final. Ontario leads Quebec 2-0 with 2 goals from Rose and Allen. And we'll be back after the halftime break for the second half.
Hi everyone, my name is Kendra, one of the recruitment staff here at Niagara College. I would like to tell you a little bit about some of the exciting things we do here that make up what we like to call the NC difference. I really wish that I was able to tour you through our exceptional campuses in person today, but thanks to technology, I can still offer you a sampling of what Niagara College is all about. At NC, we have 10,000 full-time students split between our 2 campuses. One of our campuses is located in historic Welland, and our Daniel J. Patterson campus is located in beautiful Niagara-on-the-Lake. We offer over 130 certificate, diploma, and degree programs, and this year we are excited to announce a number of new opportunities, including graduate certificates in business analytics, social media management, and supply chain management, as well as a new 3-year advanced diploma in massage therapy. All of these programs offer a concentration in applied learning and experiential education. While experiential education is a term being used by many post-secondary institutions, I would like to tell you how we do it differently. Many of our programs at NC include workplace experience opportunities. These range from 4 to 8 to even 12-month paid co-ops across our program areas. What's more is that we're able to make co-op opportunities available not only in Niagara or even Ontario, but students regularly travel nationally and internationally to gain co-op placement hours. Niagara College is also a member of a global family. We have other campuses, programs, and partnerships around the world, which means students have access to more amazing experiences. Our Be World Ready program, run through our international department, allows students to explore the world and various cultures while earning credits. They can do this by volunteering or even working abroad. Another huge NC difference is our learning enterprises. Our Welland campus is home to our teaching hair salon and our dental clinic, while our Niagara-on-the-Lake campus houses our teaching greenhouse, spa, winery, and brewery, and of course our new teaching distillery. These on-campus businesses provide our students with hands-on, real-world experience, creating the opportunity for students to serve customers, engage in the industry, and with the community. Not only that, but by engaging with the community, it provides students with opportunities to think and act with a social conscience. During the COVID-19 pandemic, our teaching distillery quickly retooled the stills that make spirits to produce alcohol-based disinfectant that we donated for use as hand sanitizer. Our staff at Niagara College's Research and Innovation Department also went to work producing face shields using laser cutting and 3D printing technology. And that would be another NC difference, our Research and Innovation team, focusing on agricultural, environmental, food, wine, and manufacturing innovation. Niagara College students working in the Research and Innovation Department have the opportunity to work directly with industry partners on various research projects. I'm also so happy to say that over the past 6 years, Niagara College has given over $500,000 to your specialist high skills major students who graduate and continue studying their passions here at NC. As a leader in SHSM programming, we have delivered engaging Reach Ahead activities and certificates to almost 1,000 students across 7 school boards this past winter, and we're dedicated to continuing these opportunities. If you're interested, get in touch with me or one of my fellow recruiters to chat about the details. We really miss seeing your students on campus, but we look forward to connecting with them through our one-on-one sessions or chatting with them at our monthly webinars, along with our faculty and our staff. We also have a lot of new online lab tours available on our YouTube channel, and we are always available to help you and your students. Please take a few minutes to fill out the short survey link located in the Niagara College section of your virtual dialogues book, and you'll be sent a thank you. Be safe, happy, and healthy.
At Greenlid, we are a Canadian-owned company committed to creating innovative, planet-friendly packaging and products made from a range of materials like bamboo and other plant fibers. We are your truly compostable, sustainable solution.
Hybrid work is here. It's there. It's everywhere. But for someone to be able to work from here, there has to be someone here, making sure everything is safe, secure, consistent. So log in from here or here, assured that someone is here, ready to fix anything, anytime, anywhere, even here. That's because nobody, and I mean nobody, makes hybrid work work better. Cisco, the bridge to possible.
This is my Sitel life.
Lots of opportunity to grow.
Best places I've ever actually worked at. And one of the things that always makes it so fun every day is the people.
We work hard, but I tell you, we play harder.
My Sitel life celebrates differences.
Because we know we're better together.
Your Sitel life starts here.
You want me to draw ketchup?
Draw ketchup.
That's not a ketchup bottle. That's a shampoo.
Heinz. Heinz.
A Heinz bottle.
Heinz ketchup bottle.
Gotta live it old school.
It's fresh.
It's mustard.
That's mustard.
Yeah.
Sheldon, good to see you. I can see you're upset, but when we said ditch the shells, we were talking about pistachios, not you.
Oh, you mean these pistachios? Oh no, you look upset. You okay, John?
Can we get some arugula, please?
Wait, no. Yes. Yes.
Congrats, Jacqueline. We are so excited to have you part of our expansion. We're going to take care of everything for you and your move. Meet Jenny, your dedicated AMJ Campbell rep. She'll be with you every step of the way.
Hey, Jacqueline. Let's first start off with showing you what you have.
Absolutely. I've got a lot of stuff. I have this, these, and this one's really, really special to me. Are you able to take care of it?
Not to worry. You're in great hands.
Hi, where can we begin?
Yeah, Mom, I haven't lifted a finger. AMJ's even moving the car, taking care of customs documents. The big move's tomorrow. Yes! Perfect. That can go right in the living room.
Water damage in your home is not the kind of surprise anyone would want to wake up to. When disaster strikes, Service Master Restore is ready when you need us. Our experts are there to guide you every step of the way. Service Master Restore. We restore your home and your peace of mind.
So I'm biased, but I'm personally in love with our area of Niagara, the Niagara Benchlands. There's so much to do here in this great community. You can really enjoy nature by exploring and hiking Balls Falls, by putting in your paddleboard, your kayak, your canoe in Jordan Harbor and just enjoying the sun and the water of the surrounding area. And of course, bike rides through, right here on King Street. You can stop at fruit stands and grab fresh peaches and plums and apricots. They're all grown here in
Hello, we are back for the second half of the gold medal match between Team Ontario and Quebec. Team Ontario going in to this second half with a 2-0 win, or lead, I mean. Not win yet. Ontario going down the right wing to start off this second half. And Frank, what do you make of the second half?
Well, in the first half, Ontario had penetrated into the attacking third 23 times compared to Quebec's 13. So unless Quebec made some drastic changes, not only in personnel, but also in work rate, I think we're just going to see more of the same.
There was no changes being made at halftime, but we do see some white shirts warming up, and that is Alou warming up, so expect to see her come on. Ontario now. Okeke doing a great job at shielding that ball, making sure that through ball does not end up in a dangerous opportunity for Ontario.
Quebec looks like they're playing 3 at the back right now.
Possibly a 3-5-2 formation for Quebec to start out the second half. Colin doing a great job at winning that ball back for Team Ontario and gets it up the field out of the danger zone. Quebec draws a foul there.
I was just out there, Ryan. There's a healthy crowd watching this game. Very happy for the players that they can have this experience. It's pretty much equal to the boys' crowd from last week.
Niagara is very happy to be hosting these Canada Summer Games and being able to host all the provinces and all the families that have come to watch their young athletes perform at such a high level.
It's been a great experience. We've been seeing entire contingents from Yukon, from Northwest Territories, from all the maritime provinces, all the western provinces. We hope it's been a great experience for all of them, not just the athletes.
Has been a very fun 2 weeks, and sadly it is coming to an end today, but Team Ontario looking to close out their tournament. They are up now 2-0 to Quebec in this gold medal match. Carabin with a nice switch there. Watson taking it on Okeke. Can't find anyone. He's going to have to resort to playing it back.
It has been a busy 2 weeks for everybody. Even the broadcast team, you guys have been everywhere. And under the leadership of Professor Peter Vandenberg from Niagara College, it's been a lot of work for you guys. And of course, with every technical endeavor, a few headaches. we've had bottomless pit of volunteers here for 2 weeks. People like Teresa Benson who just working tirelessly in the office, and I think a lot of friendships were made here.
This is exactly what Niagara was hoping to get out of hosting these summer games, having that opportunity to host such a fantastic event. And we are all happy that they have gone so well. Now, Quebec trying to regain a little bit in this game. Dupont with a swinging cross.
Oh, what a glorious chance. She turned her back on the ball, or turned away from the ball and ended up hitting her back.
She would have committed to that, Frank, and would have been a completely different game, and probably would have equalized for Quebec. Ontario now trying to find a way outside of their defensive third. Brought down well by Renee Watson, and is now out. I believe a free kick was called on the foul on Watson. Watson able to keep it in. Nice move, but the referee saw right past it, and it did, in fact, go out of play.
Just like you said, though, keep playing the whistle. She kept playing.
Exactly how Quebec went down 1-0 is they thought an offside call was going to be given, but never was.
Quebec forces a corner.
And Maroli leaves it on the half circle of the corner.
Quebec does need to do something quickly because Ontario is just going to tighten the restraint on them and make this harder.
Looking to convert off this corner is Quebec. And it rolls right through the 6-yard box to no white shirt. Ontario gets a throw-in out of that, and Colin brings it up to Briggs. Briggs is brought down, but no call until now. Coaching staff for Ontario barking orders, making sure that their team stays organized. And LaBelle hitting that upfield right to Watson, though.
That was a needless giveaway.
She did have options short, but chose to go long instead, and it ended up back in Ontario's feet. And now this could be dangerous. Ontario looking to counter and take advantage of LaBelle's turnover. Briggs bringing it in. Still nobody in the box, and Team Ontario able to beat them out. Squares in the middle from Watson, and no red shirt is able to pick it up. Ontario now will want to regroup with this throw-in. Quebec now regains possession and will be looking to bring it up the field as fast as possible. Time is only running out for Quebec, and they need to make the most out of every attack. They do want to be careful with not giving away possession, but at the same time, they can't really afford right now to be passing it around and not really bring it forward. That's why they've tried and kicked it up for a long through ball, but nobody can pick it up. Quebec still in possession. being forced on that high press by Briggs to really force a mistake. And here comes that mistake. Now we have Team Ontario on the counter, moving through the middle. And what a move. And Amanda Allen almost adding to her goal tally today. Yep. And there's going to be a substitution. At least that's what the linesman has signaled for.
We'll see what comes on. I just got a text, Ryan, that CBC Sports has rescinded their offer to both of us. They just want you because they didn't want our show looking like a bring your dad to work day. So,
well, if you're not there, I'm not doing it, Frank. So tell them I deny.
Or bring your grandpa to work. So let's see who.
We will let you know about that substitution as soon as we can.
So Alou's back into the game.
And that is going to be a very good substitution, a very good change for Quebec. Alou is able to control that midfield very well.
Rosalie Alou came in for Katrina Veselunas. So let's see what she brings to the table today. She has a little less than 30 minutes to get this job done.
Over the top ball for Team Ontario is an easy pickup for LaBelle.
Both teams have tried to stretch the field today, though.
That's something we have not really seen a lot of at this tournament. It has been a lot of congested play and a lot of forcing down the middle. But both of these teams doing a very good job at using that width and depth to their full advantage. And here's Alou now. Alou bringing it up the middle. This is what she can do. She calls for a handball and she gets it.
Great call, Alou. We did not see those runs from her yesterday.
Not a lot. Now, we have a substitution for Team Ontario. Number 11, the goal scorer, Nia Rose, will be coming off. And number 14, Patricia Sokis will be coming on. That is a defender coming off for a forward. Team Ontario still trying to go for that third goal. This is so far the lowest scoring game that Team Ontario has had.
A wasted opportunity is the only description I have for that one.
There's a big waste of an opportunity, you're right, Frank. For Quebec, they really could have gotten the game back for them there, but unfortunately they just couldn't convert, and that free kick went right out of bounds.
Even a ball driven low into traffic can result in something. A ball hitting the factory behind the net there is not going to help Quebec's case.
And it's just going to put another dent in that factory.
Yes.
Okeke now bringing it down the wing. Cuts in, finds that middle, but unfortunately can't find anything. Team Ontario now with that high press we've been talking about all game. Unable to do anything with it. Quebec doing a good job at keeping possession. Now they're going to switch it out to Okeke again. Okeke doing a great job at going up and down that wing as a wing back. It'll be rolling out for a throw in for Quebec. Right to Alou. No surprise there. Alou holds off two Team Ontario players and she's still going. And now Team Ontario has a chance to bring it forward. Alou trying her best to scratch anything that she can. And what a takedown.
Oh.
That was almost
Ontario's been very dangerous coming up both wings.
Team Ontario is very dangerous in transition, and they almost proved it yet again.
You can't coach speed.
No, you cannot. And there's lots of speed here on this Team Ontario team. Here comes Team Ontario in that transition. Able to keep it in.
There are those wheels again.
Briggs in the middle. Trying to find someone, anyone, who will take it. And is going to roll out for a corner kick. Team Ontario will definitely take that one. And Renee Watson jogs over to the touchline to take that ball for the corner kick. And any red shirt will do here. Like you said, just has to be driven in. It just has to get that unlucky bounce. Well, unlucky for someone. Just get it into a danger zone. And LaBelle able to hold on.
Well done by the keeper.
Very well done to stand her ground. Get possession rolling again for Quebec.
She's actually having a good game. She got hung with the dry once. She was beaten once, but overall she's had a good game.
'56th minute now. Quebec running out of time. And here comes Dupont down that left wing. And she's taken down in the box, but no call is given. That's a clean tackle for Team Ontario.
The ball was dispossessed first. Referee Sheila Couture is doing a very good job keeping this game under control. There's a lot at stake here.
Quebec now with an opportunity. Carabin making sure that nothing is made out of it. And is it out now to Renee Watson. Watson looking for her options. Not much moving forward. Has to go back to Carabin. Carabin now going to settle it down.
I think she's healed. Now she has a shoelace injury.
There's that commentator's curse again,
Oh,
Frank.
jeez, why did I say that?
Because as soon as you say that, she's now having to, I believe, leave the pitch. The referee trying to usher her off the field. And it gives each team a time for tactic talks and some water breaks. Water breaks are definitely something that needs to happen in this sort of weather.
Carabin is one tough player. That was a tough play she made, and calm. Wins the ball, chases her down, wins the ball back on a tackle, keeps it clean, keeps possession.
But unfortunately,
And still hurt.
I don't know if Carabin will be able to continue throughout the game. And Team Ontario will have to force a substitution here. There's going to be a substitution here for Team Ontario. Anaya Johnson coming on, and McFarlane will be coming off. So Carabin is still on the pitch as far as we know. Oh, there she is on the other side.
We'll see what happens there.
Maybe she will make a return. And Team Ontario definitely hopes that she does, because she is a big asset in the defensive third for Team Ontario.
She's an old school player. As long as she can breathe, she's going to play.
And a drop ball resumes play. Fenwick looking for her options, and Renee Watson is the only one available. Watson with a nice ball up to Allen.
Oh, yeah, she was definitely offside on that one. She came back from an offside position to receive that ball.
Allen a little unlucky there, but call had to be made.
It's nice to see Ontario still means business and is attacking, because it wouldn't be enjoyable for the fans to see one team sit back in a shell while the other team's chipping away at them.
We're now in the final 20 minutes of this gold medal match. Team Ontario still with the 2-0 lead. And like you said, Frank, still trying to add onto it. Not holding back on the attacking front. And Carabin seems to be back in play. She refuses to go off, and that's what you love to see from your center back, and especially in a game of this importance and in a gold medal match. You want to be able to keep your important players on, and you definitely don't want someone like Carabin to be coming off. Now Quebec looking for that long switch. Gets a lucky bounce out of it. And gets a corner kick.
You also don't want to lose the opportunity to play in this, right? Like, if you take it from a percentage level, very, very, very few players get to play in a Canada Games final, or any national final for that matter. So you don't want to let an opportunity like that slip away for what you might feel is a small injury.
Good clearance from Team Ontario. And now a shot from outside the box, in Quebec unable to convert on that opportunity. Fenwick plays it short.
There have been a few attempts that I imagine Quebec's going to want back.
I'd imagine every single one of them. A little bit of a lost ball there. Amanda Allen picks it up for Team Ontario. And here's Colin now. Out to Briggs. Briggs can't quite get it past.
Amanda Allen has shown herself to be a very good decision maker when she has the ball.
There's no whistle.
Coach Castleman
Up
is
until
not happy
now,
with that
yeah.
one. She's got the arms waving and everything. It was a foul, though.
And like we've been saying, this referee has been able to let the game flow. And she didn't want to call anything too early. And here comes Team Ontario again. Amanda Allen is the target and can't quite find her. But the idea was there, and Team Ontario will definitely look to continue with those attempts. Okay, now. Trying to go for a long throw, but only to find Renee Watson. Ontario playing with three in the back now. Still putting and committing bodies forward. That's what you like to see from Team Ontario. Not letting down. and still trying to find that third goal to really seal the deal. Alou loses the ball in the middle of the park. Not something she's used to, but regains it. Switches the pitch to Okeke, and Okeke will look to bring it up. That is a definite foul on Okeke. And Sokos able to draw the foul there and win Team Ontario a free kick. And I believe a card might be getting pulled out.
Not for Ontario, though.
I believe it would be going to Okeke,
Yeah.
who drew the foul right there. And there looks to be a substitution lining up at half for Team Ontario. And you would assume, Frank, that it might be for Carabin. Nice move from Briggs.
It looks like we're going to see Ava Greco come on for Carabin at the next stoppage.
Greco is a midfielder coming on for defenseman Allison Carabin. Another example of Ontario not letting up and still wanting to attack and commit bodies forward. They're bringing on a midfielder for a defender. And the substitution will be made.
You have to make that decision sooner or later because although Carabin is playing well, you don't want to find out on a 1v1 play where Quebec is sending their best player through.
This substitution
something tweaks on her.
This substitution, though, Aaliyah Gomez is coming on for Amanda Allen. So we might have been texted the wrong numbers. But regardless, a substitution has been made for Team Ontario. And Gomez, one of Team Ontario's most promising attacking threats, is now involved in the game. Coming on for goal scorer Amanda Allen. Team Ontario making sure that they take their time with this throw-in. They're up 2-0. Don't need to be rushing. And Colin looking for her options. Good composure and control from Colin. Team Ontario unable to make anything out of it, and LaBelle picks it up and puts it down fast so Quebec can try and transition and attack. Here's that long ball from Quebec, unable to find anyone. Alou. So we do have confirmation that Carabin has been taken off. She was taken off earlier, and we just didn't see. And here comes Quebec now, breaking into the box. And a Quebec substitution. Number 3 will be coming on. That is Christina Salama. And Leah LaRouche will be coming off. Number 11 for Quebec. Quebec not having a lot of time here. And now a transition, and that is an awful tackle from Quebec's captain. And an easy yellow card. It is a tactical challenge, but an easy yellow and an easy foul.
That was a goal saver.
She saw the threat and had to take action. And just had to take that yellow card. There's only 10 minutes left. So right now, Quebec has to put absolutely everything on the line. Good takedown by Watson. Watson has options, but she's going to take it herself. And that is not a penalty. That is somehow not a penalty, Frank. I thought that was going to be a clear
Those are tough calls, man.
penalty call.
As soon as that player's foot touches the ball, then everything's up in the air. If they touch the ball before they make the tackle.
I think Quebec got off a little lucky
Oh,
there. But regardless, the game stays 2-0 Ontario. We are entering the 71st minute. And here comes Team Ontario on the quick break, trying to find anyone. That has to be a penalty if it's not in. And Team Ontario has gone 3-0 up, and that has to secure the gold medal. They pose for the camera. They're absolutely loving it. Redeeming the men's team. It's now 3-0 Team Ontario. And that is the substitute, Gomez, coming on. Just finding her way in and out of that Quebec defense. Aaliyah Gomez is the confirmed goal scorer for that third.
That play was just a sequence of players getting in front of the ball over and over, which Ontario's done nonstop today.
Renee Watson trying to keep it in play, but unable to. Team Ontario still looking for a fourth goal, even though they just went up 3-0. Team Ontario with an unnecessary turnover there, but Quebec will try and take advantage of this, even though they're down by 3 with less than 10 minutes to go. They want to take advantage of absolutely anything, and Briggs is making sure that nothing like that happens. Watson with a quick little move outside. Briggs wins it for Team Ontario and draws no foul until now. Commentator's curse.
No, I think it was see if there's an advantage.
And
it's
no
tough when you
advantage.
ref, though, eh? Because you have to be careful to watch the incident, not the result. Even on that close penalty shot call, I bet you if we watched it over and over, we'd see it probably wasn't a penalty kick. And although the result of that whole interaction was somebody laying on the ground, I still think it was close, like you said.
Colin looking to get this up the field out of Team Ontario's defensive third. This brings it back to Alou. Colin now to Gomez. Quebec just trying to grasp at absolutely anything that they can. But Team Ontario is doing a fantastic job on the high press. It is a foul for Ontario, and Ontario will take their time taking this one.
For a lot of these girls, this will be their last provincial team experience, because this tournament was under 18, but it was under 18 for...
Ontario with a chance for a fourth,
Nice
but
clearance.
cleared on the line by the captain for
Nice
Quebec.
clearance.
Audrey Robert making sure that a fourth goal is not conceded. Now we have a corner kick in favor of Ontario. They might play it short, maybe to waste some time. Renee Watson signaling what she wants in the box. Can't find anyone, Ontario. Watson is back now, winning it. Tries to bring it forward, but unable to. Now here comes Briggs. Briggs breaking into the box. You can see that Team Ontario is definitely taking their time with all these set piece opportunities. They do not want to risk even a goal scored.
Do a substitution.
Team Ontario looking to add to their tally. And we have been notified of a substitution for Team Ontario. Number 8, Tegan Mellenhurst will be coming on for number 9, Kayla Briggs, in these dying minutes of this gold medal game. As a throw in for Team Quebec.
So like I was saying, for we almost had that goal. This will be the last provincial team experience for a lot of these players, because the tournament was structured to be an under 18 tournament, but that was for 2021. So everybody's age groups were grandfathered forward. So we have some 03s here instead of 04s as the maximum age. And there is no provincial program at under 19. So a lot of these girls got an extra break, but for a lot of them, this will be the last time they wear their colors for their province.
We're here in the dying minutes. We're in the 78th minute of this game, and Ontario looking to close this out strongly. Quebec with a big ball up, and nobody in a white shirt can get to it. And here comes Watson. Or not Watson, my bad. Number 14. Still with it. And Ontario does not get a corner kick. I thought they would, but nothing is there. That was Patricia Sokos streaming down the wing. Good pressure by Mellenhorst up top, and there will be 3 minutes of added time in this gold medal match. Quebec looking to take full advantage. They can't find any attacking options going forward, so they have to go back in their own half. The big ball up front, not enough for Quebec. And now here comes Team Ontario looking to add to their 3-0 lead. No one is able to get on the end of that. Team Ontario doing a good job at making sure Quebec doesn't get past half.
I think the people in Quebec's nightmares tonight are going to be dressed in red.
Team Ontario.
Quebec worked hard, but this has been a fairly one-sided game in terms of chances, in terms of penetration into the other team's end. Audrey Robert for Quebec has made a very good name for herself today. I'm very impressed with the way she plays, her commitment as a defender, her intelligence.
Ontario looking to add to the lead that they already have. Now here comes Watson, unlucky spinning bounce, but a nice cutback. And Ontario looking to add and can't convert. I am not sure, Frank, how they could not convert.
No idea.
But I don't think that will bother them as much as it might have earlier on, because they are still up 3-0 in these dying seconds of this gold medal match. Lou doing a good job at winning the ball back for Quebec. Team Ontario doing an even better job at keeping Quebec outside of their half. And Ontario will look to settle things down here. Sokos draws a foul, and this should be the final chance in this game. And captain number 13, Marcassini, will take the free kick, and it will be taken to the corner for a little bit of time wasting. And that is it. Team Ontario comes out on top and wins 3-0 in the gold medal match and beats out Quebec. Team Ontario will be doing a lot of celebrating tonight, and they have definitely earned it in this tournament. Quebec put up a decent fight, but just not enough to get past this star-studded Team Ontario. So Team Ontario taking home the gold. And there they are posing for the camera yet again. Quebec taking home silver. And earlier on today, Nova Scotia securing bronze.
Well, all the credit to Ontario. They did everything correctly. They stuck to their game plan. They stayed disciplined. They didn't get foolish when they went up. And they also didn't sit back and wait for a Quebec storm to weather over. So it's a good thing we didn't talk about the weather, Ryan, because it ended up not thunder and lightning like the Weather Network had said. And I think you and I will take credit for that.
I think 100%. That's exactly our doing. Good. Congratulations to Team Ontario for taking home the gold medal in the women's soccer event here at the Canada Summer Games. Final score here at Young Sportsplex here in Welland. Ontario 3, Quebec 0. Thank you so much for joining us. It has been an absolute pleasure throughout the entire tournament. My name is Ryan Williams. Alongside me,
Do you know where your food comes from? Like where it really comes from? It comes from farms, farmers, and their families. At Healthy Eats, we believe if we wouldn't serve it to our families, we wouldn't serve it to yours. From farm to folks, we do things the way they're meant to be.
Join in the fun and games with Otis Spunkmeyer and Oak Run Farm Bakery as we proudly support the 2022 Canada Summer Games. Our delicious cookies, muffins, and locally made English muffins will be used to fuel athletes, feed volunteers, and treat our Niagara Place visitors. Oak Run Farm Bakery, locally made traditional baked goods made with wholesome ingredients. Otis Spunkmeyer, premium cookies and muffins for everyday occasions. Be sure to stop by the Otis Spunkmeyer tent for a complimentary chocolate chip cookie.
Hybrid work is here. It's there. It's everywhere. But for someone to be able to work from here, there has to be someone here, making sure everything is safe, secure, consistent. So log in from here or here, assured that someone is here, ready to fix anything, anytime, anywhere, even here. That's because nobody, and I mean nobody, makes hybrid work work better. Cisco, the bridge to possible.
We live in a world in which difference is a crime. Categorizing people into separate groups and leveling abuse at them has become the norm. It continues because it's accepted. The time has come to put a stop to this once and for all. There's no shame in one's race, no shame in one's gender, nationality, sexuality, or faith. The world belongs to all of us, and every one of us has a right to live in it without being made to suffer abuse because of who we are. At Accenture, we have a zero-tolerance policy towards discrimination of any kind. We are proud of our inclusive culture, and we are proud to take a stand. We invite you to stand with us. Because when you do what's right, you change the world.
Channy Wenjack was an Anishinaabe boy
born on January 19, 1954, in Ogoki Post,
a remote Indigenous community in northwestern Ontario.
When Channy was only 9, he and 3 of his sisters
were sent to the Cecilia Jeffrey Indian Residential School in Kenora, Ontario.
3 years later, Channy ran away so he could be with his family some 600 kilometers away.
His body was found 1 week later.
He died in the cold alone.
He was just 12 years old, like me.
Tragically, Channy's story is like so many stories of Indigenous children in this country.
Inspired by Channy's story and Gord's call to build a better Canada, the Downey Wenjack Fund aims to build cultural understanding and create a path toward reconciliation between Indigenous and non-Indigenous peoples through programs, campaigns, partnerships, and events. The Downey Wenjack Fund aims to build a path towards reconciliation and create understanding about our cultures.
For the duration,
of the Niagara 2022 Canada Summer Games, athletes will have the opportunity to make a pledge to take reconciliation by signing a banner located in the Athletes Village. This banner will lead the parade of the athletes to the closing ceremony on Sunday, August the 21st. Scotiabank and the Niagara 2022 Summer Canada Games are pleased to support the Downey Wenjack Fund's efforts towards reconciliation with a donation of $15,000.
Honored guests, athletes, and spectators, welcome to the medal presentation for the sport of soccer presented by Canada Steamship Lines. Invités distingués, athlètes et spectateurs, bienvenue à la cérémonie de remise des médailles pour l'épreuve du soccer présentée par les Canada Steamship Lines. Please welcome our medalists for soccer female. Veuillez accueillir nos médailles d'épreuve de soccer féminin. On behalf of the 2022 Canada Summer Games, Bjorn Bijima, Canada Steamship Line's Vice President of Global Fleet Management, will now present the bronze, silver, and gold medals. Au nom des Jeux d'été du Canada 2022, Bjorn Bijima, vice-président de la gestion internationale de la flotte de Canada Steamship Lines, remettra les médailles de bronze, argent et or. Receiving the bronze medal, the médaille bronze est décernée à l'équipe Team Nova Scotia.